I have to say, I sort of love that trip into work every single morning. I sort of walk through the West Village. We'll make that happen. Okay, see you. It's funny, they're my neighbors, and they just reminded me that we are long overdue for dinner. And now because there's a camera rolling, they're gonna hold me accountable for it. It's that energy, it's that connection with people, and even the subway. Here's the one train right here. Hey guys. You sense that, you know what, that's why I'm going to work. Because of all those people I've just had a moment to say hello to on the street. That's the gift that comes with this job. Long time no see. This is Rob Marciano, folks. I always say it's an extraordinary privilege to have, a conversation, with this audience, with the country every single night. Glad you're okay.
Oh, thank you.
And you can't take that power and that connection with the audience for granted. You have to value it, and you have to remind yourself of it every single day, because the stakes are just simply too high to forget that people who really do care are tuning into you every single night. So this is the second floor where the World News Tonight newsroom is. And you can see, when I got the job here 10 years ago now, one of the first things we did was to go through the archives and get images of all the people who sat in the chair long before we got here. Peter Jennings, Bob and Elizabeth, Charlie, Diane, and I think it's a pretty effective reminder of the bar that they set for the rest of us here as we come in every morning.
Good evening, the German...
I can remember summer vacations. All the kids were in their backyards playing, and I was among them, but I was probably the only kid in the neighborhood who would actually go inside to watch the news. And I vividly remember watching Peter Jennings, thinking he was sort of the James Bond of the evening news, the globetrotter out all over the world. And I think as a kid, I probably couldn't have put words to it, but I definitely sensed that was the kind of job that allowed you to see the world, beyond your backyard, beyond your neighborhood. And I think there was a spark for me.
Our first report is from ABC's David Muir.
David Muir, near the front lines.
ABC's David Muir leads our coverage once again tonight with that exclusive. David.
There's an incredible team here with me, and there is an incredible audience at home counting on you and counting on us to be calm and steady in the storm.
Whenever people come up to me and say they watch ABC News, they always mention David.
We're going to be landing between Fallujah and Ramadi.
If you watch David in the evenings, you not only understand the news, you not only feel the news, you feel part of this nation. You feel part of that understanding that we're all in this together.
When there is a breaking news alert that comes out, I know where David is. He's in the car headed to the airport.
You could hear the gunfire just around this wall.
That's another mark from him. And that, yes, he's the best behind the anchor desk, but David wants to be out there in the field. He wants to be out there on the front lines. And that says a lot about how he approaches journalism.
There's never a time where there's a hot spot around the world that I am not certain David's on a plane on his way there, and I feel instantly terrified and then so relieved that that's the person that is going to go and communicate to this country what's going on in any situation.
Did you take any classified documents with you from the White House?
I did not.
There have been so many interviews along the way. President Obama in Cuba, the town hall we did with him on policing and race in this country, a conversation. President Trump, the first interview in the White House, asking him about the nuclear codes. Right after the oath of office, they give you the nuclear codes, the biscuit. Sobering moment?
When they explain what it represents and the kind of destruction that you're talking about, it is a very sobering moment.
Pope Francis, we put a request in to do the first ever town hall with the sitting Pope, and they said yes. And we went to the Vatican, and one of the ways we got them to say yes was my willingness to do the entire town hall in Spanish, high school Spanish. Su santidad es un gran honor. And I remember thinking, afterward people said, what was that like? Was it particularly spiritual, those moments with the Pope? And I always say it was the closest to a near-death experience you could ever have, getting through a town hall entirely in Spanish with the Pope.
David has this
unique ability to not only have curiosity and passion about what he's doing, but to also find the humanity in every story that he uncovers.
It's interesting that you're here earlier in the day. Everything seems so calm and quiet and totally in control, which is not how it looks about 15 minutes before air. He's amazing. He's amazing. And this is what we try to do at the end of the news every night, just to remind everybody that not everything is as it seems, that there's still a lot of humanity out there. This guy's proof of that.
He brings passion and compassion to reporting, and that's not always easy to do, but David Muir can do it.
Thank you very much.
I think what inspires us most about David Muir as a journalist and a friend is
he's very handsome.
He's authentic.
I'm David. Good to meet you.
He is bearing witness to oftentimes voiceless people who would not have their stories told.
Well said.
Were he not to be there bearing witness for them.
This world needs more great guys like David because he really believes in humanity and he looks for it in everybody and everything, and it makes us all better.
This is a very common sight here after 4 years of relentless rains. We have traveled the world to report on climate change, and we are always reminded when we return after that reporting that people do care. How far did you come to get water?
3 hours.
3 hours to come get water.
David is entirely unflappable. I mean, I have been there on set with him when it seems like all hell is breaking loose, and he is as calm as you can possibly be. He gets it done. He keeps the focus on telling the story, telling it without drama, telling it straight.
He is the best teammate. Colleague, yes, but he's a teammate. He not only wants to bring his absolute best, but he wants to bring out the best in everyone who is fortunate to work with him.
I can't talk about David without mentioning how nervous I was before my first presidential debates. And each time he said, "You're going to be great," but it wasn't just his words, it was his action, and that he would make sure that he prepared with me the night before each time. And that wasn't for him. That was for me, and that's who David is.
He has an unusual grace about him in the way that he approaches his work, in the way that he broadcasts, and the way that he connects with people. I think he's, quite frankly, the best of the best.
David, I love looking back at all our years together co-anchoring in the field, sometimes in storms, and our equipment would go flying past us as we were talking. One time lightning actually struck the microphone wires as we're there. And seeing how steady you are, how unfaltering you are. I just wish everyone in the room could have the chance to stand by your side. I know this too. Walter Cronkite was very competitive. He was my first boss at CBS News. So I think he would look at you with a little envy and so much admiration, as we all do.
A huge congratulations. I could not be more proud of you, David. I say it often, but I don't say it enough. Thank you for taking me on the journey. We've been together for 10 years, and to learn that you've been awarded a Walter Cronkite Award, it means the world to me. I'm immensely proud of everything what you have done for the show, for me personally, and our little team. Huge congrats. Well deserved.
In his time, Walter Cronkite was the best. Now, David, it's all you. You are the best. Congratulations. We are all so proud of you.
When I think of Walter Cronkite and the saying that so many people know of him, and that's the way it is, David, that is how you lay out the news for us all every night. I couldn't think of someone more deserving. Huge congratulations to you, my friend.
Congratulations, David, on your Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism. Nobody deserves it more than you.
We are so proud of you.
Congratulations. Walter Cronkite would be proud. He was a journalist who believed in truth and excellence, and you definitely embody those same core values. So congratulations, well deserved.
David! Oh, I'm so happy and so proud of you. You know, you were destined. I think from birth you knew you were going to receive this high honor, and so deserving. But congratulations, David. Love you and incredibly proud of you. Bravo.
People trusted Walter Cronkite because he demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the truth and objectivity. David Muir has those same qualities as a journalist, and he's earned the trust of the nation by delivering fair and honest reporting night after night without ever compromising his integrity and values. On behalf of all of us at the Walt Disney Company, congratulations, David, on this well-deserved honor. You make us all very proud.
I would hope that if someone's talking about a legacy or looking back at a body of work, that somewhere in there, that I and this team here at ABC encourage the next generation to be hungry, to be informed, to care about the country, about the world, about your community, and to just know at home that, you know, I'm sitting here, this team is with you every single night, but we're just keeping the seat warm for the next person who's going to get the opportunity to do this. And what an extraordinary gift to be able to connect with people every single night. That's what Walter Cronkite did, and that's why this is an honor.